I'm sure the progress that I've been doing here on gas oil. Got it kind of further along than what it was. Oh yeah, and then I look at it and it's full of lint and things. But I need to paint this yet. The guitar string, it's got rust on it, and I don't need that because it's not a rat rod, so it's got to be kind of nice. And I saw on the real car, it's going to have a rod put across here on both of the. I might as well do that real quick. I guess that's the longest one. I could do that real fast. And the back will be about done. It really needs a decal in the middle. I want to show that up close. I know I was asked to see that paintwork on the trunk up closer, but those are the colors that are in the real one, but I could have made it. I could have made it closer than that. And I think I will. I saw on YouTube that there's a program that this guy has that shows how to get your um, what I use for decals, how to get that back looking really bold colors again. Because each thing I print out looks faded right from the get go. It has nothing to do with my ink, which I knew that because I kept filling it. And there's a way that you gotta go through it by going text instead. And I need to find a scoop. To put on it. Oh, I see. I need to touch up some of the black. And then the turn signals have got to be just the yellow lens, nothing else. No silver, nothing behind it to bring out the yellow lens. So I'm going to have to probably make my own, heat them and curve them just a little bit. And these should have been flush, but I already had these decals on plastic, so it's easier just to cut the plastic and glue them from behind. If I ever get decals, see, I'd like to go through and make this here more accurate than this because the gas hole has the flip front end, and I'd like to do that. So I'm thinking about getting another one of these 55 bodies because I've got a ton of these chassis still. I've got probably 6 or 7 of them. So I'm thinking about getting a 57 Chevy body because I saw another one on here watching these drags yesterday. I saw a 57 that I'd like to do. That was called the Joker, and it's rat rotted out. And I don't really care to do those kinds, but that one kind of gets my interest. I'd have to brush paint. I'd have to brush paint the logo, the Joker, along the bottom. And then it looks like the top of this door. You just load up the airbrush with some gray primer and just go over the paint after I'm done with the paint and just go over it without getting any on the fender or quarter. And that one looks like it's pretty straightforward with the decals and everything. This one here, I still need to make the decals that'll fill up the back. It takes up most of the quarter panel back there and back of the wheels. And then here it has a black Maltese cross that's straight axle Mafia on it, which is a car club where this guy is at. I think he's in Tennessee. Let's get up close with this side. And I'm thinking about using some bare metal foil. I suppose I could try the Molotov pen. Try that out and see if it does any good. And I've seen a couple of more videos of this, and these he left them chrome in some of the renditions. Like I said, I've seen it to where these are painted black. So he must have had some that were pitted, had a body man go through and put Bondo and stuff in all the pits and then paint it rattle can black, which is exactly what I would do instead of spending all the money. But I did see where these are chrome when he was making one of his runs. But yeah, this needs that bar on it. What do we got? That one there looks like about the right one. I love these measurements. If you do them nice. I was always into that, measuring with my hand instead of like I would paint the graphics, lay out the graphics on one side of when I was Renegade truck conversions. I would lay out the graphics on one side, then I would go like this to figure out how high off the bottom my fingers were or away from the wheel well or whatever. And I would go to the other side. I didn't go and get a tape measure. I always pretty much just did that and then eyeballed it, and everything turned out really super good all the time. I had one truck. I was talking to Ed and he says, I think that's why people watch your videos is to hear your stories. But I had one truck that I did the graphics like that, and they sold so well that I was asked to do another one. You know, I did, I don't know, 20, 30 of that style. And I did them mostly on red trucks, like a fire engine red with no metallic or anything on it. And then I would paint silver, charcoal, and black and do these graphics on the sides. And that sold so well. And each person came in, they ordered that same paint job. And I did so many of them. I'm guessing 20, maybe 30 of those style. That, in fact, there was even one picture that there was two of them in the picture for a sales brochure. And it did so well. I had a fleet account with Ford. So I ordered a truck with a mocha interior because there were several interiors I could get. And whatever colors I wanted, that's how I could order them at any time. And this looks a little long. It is. I'd rather have been long than too short. My dad always told me, he said, I've cut this thing 14 times and it's still too short. Now that's about right. What I should do with that, I think, is probably a little dab of super glue might be better. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. Maybe I should take this body off. So I've got an interior yet to make on it. And the interior on the real one is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. There's some airbrush work on the tunnel, which is squared off and it's made kind of high. And then it's airbrushed beautifully with these same colors and this same graphics I could do on an inside tunnel and make it close. But I want to have one with a flip-up front end and, really go about it. Very nice. So, and I got some work on these headers yet to do. I want to bring these down, like cut chunks of these maybe and put them in there. Yeah, that would look nice. I guess I could do that real quick too. Look at that. I got whatever that's called where I get distracted easy. I'm like, oh, look, a squirrel. Oh. Yeah, and I can get distracted real quick. Maybe we'll have an extended video today of just jacking around with different stuff because I'd like to get some more work done on especially on this one. I've been wanting to do work on it for a while, and I've been kind of sick. Haven't been doing very good, but I'm doing way better today. Oh, I went too far. Doing way better today. But last couple videos, I was almost out of breath while I was doing them, and I've had to completely knock out a bunch of other stuff out of my diet. I had to knock the pizzas and all the fun stuff out about a year and a half ago. There we go. This is looking better. It's about a year and a half ago, and I've been watching my diet and eating, oatmeal like I'm supposed to at my age. I'm getting too old to eat all the fun stuff. And Tammy's diabetic, so she shouldn't be eating any of that good fun stuff anyway. There we go. Perfect. I might want to put that in. Well, gotta sand it. Look at that. I started on the rod. Now I've already lost it. I don't know why. Oh, there it is over there. And I'm working on the header now because I get distracted and jump around from different things. But I felt so good this morning that I thought, man, I'll start working on some models again. So I have these two back here I was working on, and I still like to get a lot more done on those. I painted underneath of their bodies silver with some of that water-based silver paint, which I hate, by the way. It doesn't want to cover. I had to do 4 coats. 4 coats, and then it all cracked. It had a bunch of cracks in it, which were way worse. But after a 4th or 5th coat, I mean, it's like not even fun anymore. And then this one here, I want to do bare metal foil instead of the Molotov pen, because this one is that important to me to get it perfect and get it just gorgeous. Okay. But those are coming along. I've got the wheels started on the lathe. Just get a little drop of glue. I've got the wheels started on the lathe, and even running the lathe was too strenuous, so I had to, there we go. I had to stop doing that and just not work on models that I enjoy doing and all this other. I love doing all this fun stuff. Okay, get that in there. So, almost there. So I ordered the truck with the mocha interior. And then I ordered the truck itself painted a light blue metallic. It's gorgeous color I picked out from their color chip book. And I got it delivered with a mocha interior and with this beautiful shade of blue. And then I went through and I got all the leather interior from the company we were working with at the time. I can't think of what their name was. But I got these leather seats that was, oh yeah, see, that's looking so much better. That header. Well, no, it almost sticks out too far, but I kind of like it. Well, I may trim it because that may be too much. So I got the truck in. It was light blue metallic. I'm going to have to make the other one for the other header. Yep, it's about the same. So run it on here. So I ordered the truck, got it in, put the interior in, which was 3-tone brown leather to go with that nice shade of mocha. And I've always thought of mocha as, in the paint world, mocha is a mix, almost a perfect mix, 50-50 of silver and gold. So when I say mocha, that's what I'm talking about, silver and gold. mixed to get a really nice look. And I got it in, got the interior in with a really nice overhead console, which was the darker leather, the darker brown leather, and then with the drop down TVs in it, it really looked very, very nice. I wasn't making it for anybody, but just how I like it. So that gave me a lot of artistic. What do they call that? Artistic. You know what? I'm not even going to use the tweezers. Maybe now I will. Artistic liberties to be able to make it exactly like I wanted it. So I did the most popular graphics at that time. And I ordered brown paint, chroma base, different shades of brown and mochas. And I did it up really nice. And it looked really tough. The neighbor kid, he wanted to come with me and see what I did at work. And it was a Saturday, so we had there was 3 of us in the shop normally. So Saturdays we had to each take our turn. I would work a Saturday, then the other guy, then it was my Saturday. So every third Saturday I had to work. And I was always really hungover for Saturday. I normally hungover really bad for Monday. That was always the worst, Mondays. But I was all excited about doing that paint job on a Saturday, which was cool because normally they didn't want me to do that. Normally I did my best paint work after hours, and I would just spend the night there since I lost my license. Now where's my little... There it is. It keeps getting away. So I painted it those different shades of brown on the blue truck. And the kid from next door, he was sitting there on my bar stool I had for a workbench, or a chair for my workbench. And he was watching me all day painting this truck. I don't know if he was too into it or not, but he seemed like he was. And when I got it all painted and it just about ready to unmask it, it had probably another 15 minutes. Yeah, it's one I should have unmasked it then in 15 minutes from then, but I didn't because I'm impatient. And I get distracted way too easy. So I walked over there to the kid because my boss walked into the water fountain over there, the water jug thing. And he had 2 guys with him. It must have been clients who were buying something. And these 2 guys, they followed him in. And I went over to my buddy. I said, hey, watch this. I said, you'll get a kick out of this. And I yelled, hey, Marty. It was like, and you could tell he was very drunk by this time on a Saturday. So he was out drinking with his buddies, sealing the deal on some kind of horse trailer or something, maybe another truck, who knows. And I said, hey, Marty. I said, well, check this out. I said, blue does not go with brown at all, not even a little. And the guys with him, one guy says, you let that guy paint trucks here? And Now he's real concerned. All the two other guys are even concerned and get their nose all up in it. And I start unmasking it. I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't looking good at all. Now they're all really interested. Marty because he's financially into it. The other two guys just because they want to bash me. So it was all a real. Let's see, this isn't quite straight. It was all a real deal. It's got to be moved out just a hair, and it's got to be moved down. So I had them pretty much convinced. I had all three of them, no doubt. Even my buddy from next door, I think he was even convinced at this time that this really isn't going to work out very good at all. And I said, oh man, I says, brown doesn't go with blue at all. Look at this. And they were really invested into it. So sure enough, I'm unmasking it. And in their mind, it's looking worse and worse. And in my mind, it's looking, I got to start with the brush. So I'm going to ruin the brush. So in my mind, it's looking better and better. And I get all the masking off. Then I pull the driver's door open. I pull the handle on the driver's door so they could see the interior with those shades of brown, with the browns that I painted. And it was silence. They didn't say anything then. In fact, I left, leaving it pretty much like that. I left and went home because my ride was there, I believe. And I left it at that. Those guys standing there quietly, not bashing me anymore. And I went home, and to this day, I have not talked to my boss about that. But I've often wondered because I went in Monday morning and the truck was gone. And I wanted to know if one of those two guys bought it. Being a Saturday and, Sunday would have been, the banks would have been closed. And, we only had probably one day to sell that thing in order for it to be gone by Monday. So I'm just wondering if one of those two naysayers were the ones that, and it sold so fast, we never got any pictures of it or anything. So just have to go by what I'm saying. There we go. Now headers are looking good. Yeah, so I wanted to tell you that story because that was a dandy. There was many stories with me and Marty. I was Marty's custom painter, so I was like his shiny new penny when I started there in '93. And he would take me out to different those bars and stuff like that. I'm not going to say what kind of bars they were because I don't normally go to those places at all. I don't see any reason for it. But he would take me to those type of bars to pretty much reward me for working late on different trucks and painting them and making them money. So he treated me very well. He had me go all over the United States. He would send me to Oklahoma, pretty close to Texas. I didn't get to Texas, but it was about 10 miles away was the border to Texas. And then I could have said I've been to Texas, but I haven't. And that was to the Sundowner plant. So he considered it work while I was there. And when I came home, then I would have a paycheck waiting for me. And it was an all expense paid vacation kind of thing to begin with. So I was treated very good. He had a different location too. He's not just here by Chicago, but he also had a location in Florida Lake Worth, Florida. So he sent me there once with a truck conversion that was getting sold to a guy down there in Florida. So I got to go with, and then I got to clean the truck and make sure it was spotless for the guy when he took delivery of it. And he really took delivery of it because we delivered it down there for him. But that was a lot of fun going there for that. I had never been to Florida, only that time. That was July of 1993. And that was fun. That was a year after Hurricane Andrew. Yeah. In that area along it would have been the East Coast, right about the middle of the state, right on the coast. And there was still a lot of damage from Hurricane Andrew that was there. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. So that was in July of 93. So I still had my license at that time. There we go. This needs to come up, but I need to finish the interior first before I ever really get too excited about how the fitment of the body is, because I see it doesn't really fit at all. Get this out of the way. It's done. I've got the part I needed from that. This is old. You can't just shake it. I suppose I can thin it enough to shake it, but I can paint it now and then use this paint in 10 minutes from now, and it will have already separated. Smells like varnish, but I don't waste anything. Even a few drops like that, I won't even order silver until I need it. But yeah, that's... Yep, I hope all this is all in the frame so you can see what I've been doing and working on. Yeah, see, my brush. Like an idiot, I used it. It's a nice brush. Like an idiot, I used it to stir the paint. I know that's wrong, but it's the only thing that really gets into all the corners. Like if I use a toothpick or a popsicle stick or something like that, it wouldn't stir it as good as I want it to, and it would waste the paint. The paint would all be on the stick, and I would have lost it and ruined it. Okay, here we go. Silver on my finger is going to wreak havoc everywhere. You can guarantee that. I'm going to polish it up just a little bit and then stick it on the rotisserie for you to see it. It's good to have Glenn back. Oh my goodness. I saw 2 videos. He's started a different channel and has 2 videos up already. I watched both of them, but I wasn't on this channel here. Plus I would have left a comment, but it was very good to see him back. He was gone for health issues, which I fully understand that because I've been having a bunch myself. And that's how it goes when you get old. It's just how it is. Let's get him on the rotisserie now. Yeah, I need something else. I normally have a deal. Normally have a few different ones. I have a round one. There's the round one. Didn't really want the round one, but I'm going to be able to have the round one. So he's back, and it looks like a new channel, which is fantastic. So when I get off here, I'm going to have to go, and I'm going to have to leave him a couple comments from my channel because I really appreciate him. He's the one that talked Tammy into making this channel for me a year ago. almost exactly a year ago. Now, let's see if it's even in the. I don't even know if that's even in the frame, but I'm going to guess that it might be. Maybe scooch it back just a hair. Okay, it is looking way better. That's what it looks like from the back. That's what the headers look like. It's real close to what it looks like on the front. I'm going to have to find. I've got a big metal tin full of clear plastics. Oh, yeah. It's under my gallon of Bondo. It's under all this stuff. So I don't think I'm even gonna. I don't want to. I don't want to get into all that. Not right now. I'm just happy to get that looking that good. So yeah, now I'm going to be able to move on to the interior. I'm not really sure how in depth I want to get on this one, but it's turning out pretty good. I wouldn't want to enter any kind of contest with this thing, but I don't build every one of them to be a contest winner anyway, because that's if I did that, I'd be burnt out on them so quick that I wouldn't want to work on them anymore. But oh, I didn't do the hub on that side. Uh-huh. I just painted that hub silver. So I'm gonna have to get probably a toothpick or something. Yeah, because that's gonna drive me nuts. One side is done and the other one isn't. So I wanted to tell you the story about that brown and blue truck conversion I did. That one would have been in 1994. 1994, maybe 1996. There we go. Gotcha. Gotcha. 4 crossed. You older guys remember that one from a commercial. Oh, look at that. I took that off completely. No way. Get a paper towel. Okay, paper towel, got it. Gotcha. 4 crossed. There's an advertisement back in the 70s that had Connect 4 in the commercial. One kid at the end of the commercial says, "Gotcha, 4 crossed." Like, where? Right here. Aww. But yeah, I have not seen that commercial, and there are videos of the old commercials, and I have not seen that commercial since back in the 70s. But I got a photographic memory. If I do hear it and do see it, whatever, hear it or see it, it's in my mind permanently, and there is no getting rid of it. He couldn't drink enough alcohol to get rid of that memory at all. So yeah, no, it's permanent. If I really do see something and hear it, not necessarily read it, because letters and numbers, they move around. So letters and numbers I'll never be able to do that very well at all. Still can't get the paint on that. That is crazy. A nice drip on the end, and I can't do it. Little thing called gravity. Oh man, with Glenn's personality, he's absolutely fantastic. I love to see him back. Can't wait to get out there and write some comments. Must have got some silver on the black painted tire. So I'm gonna have to do something with that. If I don't, that will drive me nuts. I'm a perfectionist. I cannot But even as a perfectionist, you allow a certain amount of chaos or whatever you want to consider it. All right, let's see. Where are you at now? My pointer again. My pointer sticker. There we go. A little bit of flat black. Here we are. Seeing a couple other, looks like nicks. Oh, that made a nick. Isn't that nice? Nice scratchy poker sticker like that. That made a nice little daily Bobby right there. All right. All right. Let's not have a victory dance yet. Oh, oh. All right. There. Get the Pa-Snots, detail the Pa-Snots out of it. And I'll be really happy. Yep. There we go. That. Yeah, I'll have to get the clear plastics, but I'm not digging in all that right now. It's behind the bowling ball vise and a gallon of Bondos on top of that, and then my paintbrushes are on that. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just not going to do it. And I could get started on the interior on this one, and I might even do that. Maybe. Maybe. Depends on how good I feel. But I feel really terrific today. And then being in an apartment, I really shouldn't run my lathe yet until it says 8 o'clock till like 10 o'clock at night. I can run it. But sometimes I don't feel good in that amount of time. I always feel the best early in the morning. I get up at 2 every day. It's like an internal alarm clock wakes me up. So I'm up at 2. And I get more work done before the sun even comes up than I think then I get more done than I think what most people would consider a lot of work. So yeah, spasm attack. Boy, is that one looking good. Jeepers. Yeah, I like that. I saw a couple gassers that I want to do. And I'm looking at some bodies on eBay because I want to try to do some more gassers. I'm really in the mood for them, even though I've painted these other two. But I gotta make wheels and tires before I can be real happy with going any further with either one of them. So therefore I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out. Okay, guys. I don't think I can wander on today any more than I already have. So I'm going to go leave a couple comments on Glenn's, and it's good to see you guys. And like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you want to. Don't have to, but it's good to hear from you. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Okay, have a great day.